Turn with us, please, to the book of Jeremiah, chapter number 6. Jeremiah 6, if you will. Verse number 11, beginning.
Therefore, I am full of the fury of the Lord.
I am full of the fury of the Lord.
I am weary with holding in.
I am weary with holding in.
I will pour it out upon the children abroad
Go on.
and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days.
All right.
And their houses shall be turned unto others, with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. For from the least of them, even into the greatest of them, everyone is given covetousness.
Everybody given to what?
Covetousness. And from the prophet, even the priest, everyone dealeth falsely.
My God, come on.
They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, where there is no peace.
All right. Go on with the next verse and then back up.
Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore they shall fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, saith the Lord.
Verse number 14.
They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, where there is no peace.
We understand that we are encumbered with activities and they're going to one meeting or another. And so we hope to expedite it as much as possible. One more time, verse number 14, and give your undivided attention.
They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, where there is no peace.
Very good, thank you. This is the dilemma of our age. And people seem to be searching for remedy. You know, this is a distressing verse. They have healed the hurt of my people slightly. We'll talk this morning about overemphasizing the symptoms. Overemphasizing the symptoms and ignoring the disease. They put forth an effort here and got a temporary result. You know, they want, as clear we might make this, you know that the average individual is in this predicament here. And I'm hoping we can spread some light here, some essential light. Now, we itemize and define the problem. And they had worked on it. How many times do you find people say, well, I'm working on it? And get some results. They improve to some degree. But their effort only was a temporary relief. You understand? A temporary relief. And later on, they died with the disease. How many people today? You know, they come to church and get stirred. And how many been around for years with the same convincing and convicting problem that they had years ago and only have some intermitting comfort because they're still plagued by that particular disease. And now, as we're studying this, we find that there are so many people who are dealing with the symptoms with maybe an occasional discomfort or pain here or there, maybe a cough, or maybe a stiffness of the joint, and they're going to get some pill that's going to be very potent and all this kind of thing. Some kind of procedure they perform on them. And they do well, walk straight for a while, and they cease the cause for a couple of days, but after a while, you find it right back. We had a tragic situation just recently. What? An individual had a seizure, and the doctors assured him, well, this is a thing that'll pass over. We can handle that. We bring her back. We'll bring her out of that seizure. And they did the procedure, and whatever I guess they normally do, and bring them out of it, and they go on their way for a while at least. And so we checked the next day, and said, she's gone. Just recently, just a few days ago, just a week maybe. They're gone. How many times people come to church and involve themselves and make some kind of commitment, and they work. I'm working on my problem here. Well, this is the situation here, you in your home remedies. But your problem, in most instances, almost every instance, is more than the little liniment you rub on your leg will solve. So wait a minute. Now, you need more than a pill, which might numb this organ or whatever the case might be, or make it function for a moment. But the organ is rotten. And many times they say, no, we'll give you something here for a temporary relief, but you got to have a transplant. Oh Lord, I would please get the message. Please get the message. My God, you know, I've seen people down to my 65 years. I've seen people around 50 years or more with the same problem that I saw them for 50 years ago. You got tempers, still overspeak, still gossips, and confess it. And confess it. You see, the confession is just the symptom. That's not the problem. And apologize. An apology is just a symptom. But you need more than an acknowledgement that I'm wrong and I overreacted and all that kind of thing. You need a deliverance. You need that source that calls you to do it. You need to extricate it. You need to take it out. It needs to be done with. Thrown in the garbage yard, wherever. You understand it? All right, listen. Now, let us refer to some instances. Briefly, Lord willing. Turn to Psalm 51, verse number 6, before we close. Psalm 51, 6, if you please. All right, what does it say? Behold,
thou desirest truth in the inward part.
All right.
And in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom.
Now you notice, this was David, and Lord outward God, okay, committed that heinous sin, and he came to himself in what a predicament that he was in, and he got feverishly, he was working feverishly in this attempt to get situated, applying whatever, and but now he sensed that he had some situations there before. He said that he was fighting the issue before, because evidently there's some indication that it was there. You follow me? And many of us, we know that the thing is just at rest. It's not gone. You follow me? And because it seemed to be in a sleeping stage. You follow me? And then after a while, I've seen them with cancer, maybe stage 4 perhaps, and they become arrested, and the thing become inactive for the moment, and they go back to work at the factory, if you will. But, and the Lord did this, the Lord did well. Hold on, children, hold on. Pray hard. And so they go back, and after a while, well, that's why their strength is depleted. The organ is not functioning anymore. And now their organ, one after another organ has begun to fail because of this one is malfunctioning. And then they're gone. And then they're gone. All right. David sensed his plight. And he saw that all of the psalms that he written, all of the recipes he was included in the psalm and how that as long as I live, I will do all that kind of stuff. He said, but I need more than a testimony. I need more than a temporary reprieve. I need something beyond that. And he said, and because of that, and I never actually went far enough to really get a real experience of the Holy Ghost. I knew about it, I taught about it, I talked about it, I knew about the 2 works of grace, and I got the hard chart and all that kind of thing. Put it with chart on. Right? Put it with chart. All right, read.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts.
Thou desirest truth in the inward part. Don't be distracted by the chart, please. Make sure that you're not a victim of the chart. Come on.
And in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom.
Go again with that, please.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward
Thou
parts.
desirest truth in the inward part.
And in the hidden
Wait a minute,
part.
now he said, I know it outwardly, I know the word. In fact, I wrote most of it. I know some solutions, I know the recipe, and I know the prescription, but I need something beyond God help us out. Some people think because they know that they can explain this and all this kind of thing that they necessarily have it. Come on.
And in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom.
No wisdom.
Purge me with hyssop.
All right, what? Julie? Purge me with hyssop.
And I shall be clean.
I shall be clean.
Wash me.
Wash me.
And I shall be whiter than snow.
Now you notice the process. Wash me and I shall be whiter than snow. Come on with it.
Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice.
I want a restoration. I want a full restoration here, but it don't come because I talk about it.
My God.
It don't come because I sing about it. Come on with it.
Hide thy face from my sin.
And I'm sure that you all can relate to this, because most of you ever had an experience, and perhaps in the predicament that David's in today. Come on with it.
Hide thy face from my sin.
Hide thy face from my sin, Lord.
And blot out all my
Now give me a little
iniquity.
relief if you do that much. Give me a relief here. Give me a cure. But he awakened in the midst of it and said, Lord, I need more than that. I tried that before. I wrote the Psalms and all this kind of thing and made all kind of commitments and everything else. He said, as long as I live, I'll still be praising the Lord. When the brook is dried up, I'll still be praising God. I don't care what happened to me. All of those, remember all your testimonies. Come on with it.
Hide thy face from my sins.
Hide thy face from my sins.
And blot out all mine iniquities.
And blot out all my iniquities.
Create in me a clean heart. Oh God.
Lord, wait a minute. If you forgive me, amen, and let me go here, but I got the same old heart. Hold it. I'm gonna do it again. Because I'm gonna do what my heart dictates. Come on with it.
Create in me a clean heart, oh God.
Oh, yeah.
And renew a right spirit within me.
Renew a right spirit with a what?
Right
if you
spirit
give me
within me.
a better heart and the same spirit, I'm gonna go back and do it again. All right, here. All right, that's not. Yes. All right, what do we have here? What is this? This is give me Peter, 2 Peter 2:18. Quickly. You got out of it. You got out of the tangle. Come on with it.
While they promised them liberty,
They
they themselves are the servants of corruption.
are the servants of corruption.
For of whom a man is overcome,
Yes.
of the same is he brought in bondage.
All right, now listen. If the devil can overcome you, and maybe you just do one thing, but now you get bound. When the devil overcome you, well, you take a child and throw him down, and pin him to the ground, and you wind him up the rope, and you're done. Nothing to do about it. Holler inside of Come on with it.
While they promised them liberty,
All right?
they themselves are the servants of corruption.
Come on with it.
For of whom a man is overcome,
Yes.
of the same is he brought in bondage.
Come on with it.
For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world,
All right, after they come out of the sour mud and mush, what they do is eat and then go to the bathroom and everything else. Come on.
Or if after they have escaped the pollutions of the
How much
world,
you get? Come on with it.
through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior
The
Jesus
knowledge of
Christ,
Jesus Christ.
and they are again entangled therein,
And now, after, listen, even after God has through his mercies and power brought you out from the pollution of the world, what else?
they are again entangled therein,
They are again entangled therein
and
and
overcome.
overcome.
The latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
Now you follow. The latter ain't gonna be worse than the beginning.
Yes, sir.
But listen, you know, if you had time, I would refer to Hosea chapter 7. Listen, what it said. You know what it said? It said, they returned, they came back, but they didn't get all the way, they didn't return to God. They came, but they didn't go all the way. Thank God. See, brother, when you come back to God, you got to drop everything and come all the way back to God. Don't leave a stone unturned. You only have steps, but you just dive in. And you ain't no baby no more, do this and good old milk and then crackers and all that kind of stuff. You got to start off on horse meat.
Amen.
Come on with it.
For it had been better for them
Yes.
not to have known the way of
But they
righteousness
should never known it. Come on, watch it. Come on.
than after they have known it,
Yes.
to turn from the holy commandment
Turn from the Holy Commandments.
delivered unto them.
Yes.
But it is happened unto them according to the true proverb.
The true proverb,
The dog is turned to his own
back
vomit
enough
again,
that vomit and corruption that they emitted. Come on.
and the sow that was washed,
The sow.
the sow that was washed to her
Sow is a
wallowing in
female
the
horse.
mire.
Come on. What is it again? You're one of the city. Come on.
But it happened unto them according to the true proverb.
Yes.
The dog is turned to his own
Good
vomit
own vomit.
again, and the sow that
The
was
sow.
washed to her wallowing in the mire.
Okay, you get the sow, and then you got me saying it. Down south, we know what the right pronunciation. Come on, try it again.
But it happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit,
Okay,
and the sow
that's better.
that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
You wash her, give them to the fair, and they are putting on display their animals, the sheep, and all that kind of thing. And so, and they take a little sow, they wash it all up and put some kind of perfume on her, and brush her down, and then put a ribbon on it. So it's like this. And now, the Bible says this. All right, that only did an external work. Looks good now and they're on display. But now, they watch, and now you know what you're going to do? Read the rest of it.
But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb.
Yes.
The dog is turned to his own vomit
Go on.
again, and the sow that was washed
Washed.
to her wallowing in
They're
the
going
mire.
right back because the spirit is the same.
Yes, sir.
You put ribbons on them, wash them up, put perfume on them and everything else. But she's going back to that sour hole because her spirit is the same. That's her nature.
Yes, sir.
That's why your nature got to be shaped. That's that nature.
Amen.
You can do what you want, you can set them down, do this, send them to jail, do what you want to do, but then you're saying that nation. You can threaten them with life and everything else, but that don't change that nation. I mean, soon you get situated, you go right back.
That's true.
You better watch out, you jump up and marry somebody who you all of a sudden here, and they're going to go back to that spirit if you ain't got it. You better watch yourself, praise God, God, they'll do good for a while because they're interested in this, that, and the other, and they're trying to objective here, accomplish something that they want.
That's right.
But that spirit is not changed. They might throw their cigarettes away and maybe the little pipe away and all that kind of stuff. But you got to have more than that. That's external. My God, if you ain't careful, they will go right back to wallowing in the mire. I don't care how much time you spend and put different classes and books and tracks on new converts and all that kind of stuff. They got to get that spirit changed. That same longing, that's the nature of this South. Even though it's filthy and nasty and all this kind of stuff. Maybe that's one reason why we had some things about this pig meat. But anyway, here's the situation. Wash them up meticulously. Paint their hoofs. Do anything you want to do. But you know what's going to happen? As soon as they find an old mud hole, where they use another bathroom and everything else, and going to go back right to it and water them in it, and they're going to be sour and messed up again and obnoxious. It's If you aren't careful, you won't. If you aren't careful, you won't. We're gonna mess around here, and we're going. And okay, you got a situation at home, and you and your mate been struggling and passing back and forth a sharp words to one another, and all this kind of thing. Amen. And ignoring one another, and find yourself gossiping about what's happening here, what's happening there, somebody else, some other thing.
That's right, brother.
You understand what I mean? And we say, oh, I apologize. And you know what you're going to do? And next week you do the same thing. That's why you get tired of admitting and just won't live with it. And then you're out here. The sow that was washed. Oh, say, I had a problem. I came back at my husband. Amen. And I insulted my wife. And I overreacted. I didn't respect her honorable, and that's what I should have. I didn't give her the respect that she would do. Amen. Y'all forgive me. And so next Wednesday, not Sunday, you're not going to make it Sunday. Next Wednesday, come back in. Oh, saints, I overreacted to my wife, and I got this close to hitting her, and she just moved ahead of time, and I went by. And I shouted and missed. You follow me? And now you know what's going to happen. And that's going to do, and how long you been saved? Oh, been saved 28 years. How long you saved? Until it's all been happening in those years. I've been trying to listen. Let me tell you something. Let me get this. Brother Christian one, he was telling about his humility and how fair he was and humble he was. I was going to go off my wife from time to time, but I don't fail to get up and confess and apologize. Where does the spirit come from? What's the source of it? You can apologize every night, but that don't change your spirit. That's the symptoms. That's the symptoms. That's not the disease. The disease is much deeper than that. And it will take you out of here eventually. Amen. What David said, I want you to create a clean heart. Give me a transplant. I tried confessing. I tried apologizing. I won't do no more, honey. I'm sorry. God, he's not supposed to come back at you like that. I'm a woman. I'm 397, that make 21. I put my hand on my hip and let my backbone slip. My God. Come on, you know, and then too, that while, that spirit will come out of him. The Bible says, wife, submit to your husband in all things. And this is the thing, so shut up. All of these spirits. I don't have time to deal with each one of these seven. But you do well. You know what I mean? You're going to find out after a while, when the thing gets used to you, you're going to find it reverted right back to the thing that had you bound sometime before. You saw me? You're going to find yourself doing it and crying about it. Oh, I just cried, and I cried, and I cried. And then it looked like me, when I'm provoked, I just have to express myself. And you call me and say, you're so-and-so. And if I say, you're another one. What is the situation? You're striving. You can't justify strife. But now here, deal one. But now here. But now if you deal with the disease itself, like you are.
Yes, sir.
You follow me? If you deal with the disease itself, now, have it removed. We're not suggesting medication, but I'm just trying to tell you how the thing goes spiritually as well. You follow me? And all this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Well, I had that weakness since I was a child. Well, you got saved, you said, so what happened to you? You kept it up, you got saved? You follow me? You know, I was, and I told you about this so many times, in San Diego, California, went to the church that morning, and this lady, I think she was a Pentecostal lady, and she came there, and let him out of the vehicle, and so he said, you know, my wife, she's a good wife. She's faithful to my bills, whatever the case might be. But every time she gets mad, she starts speaking that French tongue. We get mad. Well, that's supposed to be an indication of the Holy Ghost. And you do when you get mad, we get mad, we went in the situation. You're going to do what you are.
Yes, sir.
You better do it for a season.
Go for it.
You got to rearrange your tactics and all that kind of thing. You will do that. And I'm going to tell you something. You'll do that now. Now, everybody that do that, they don't go from leave the church. They just be around the church for 40 years. And you can make all the vows you want to make sure. But now, we need to get to the solution here. Well, this will take maybe a part 1 to 2 7 of maybe 2 speakers. But here's the situation. Now, children. We've had also a host of young people. And, they have habits and whatnot, and we have to try to deal with them patiently. And many times they've confessed several times again, and all that kind of stuff, But this is the situation here. But that's not the solution. That's not the cure. And you tell us this and the other. When you confess and do that, well, that's a good start. But that's just the symptom to deal with. That has nothing to do with inside, where it emanated from, at all. God, And now, but after a while now, when you find out that you can't do it, then you will start hypocriting and just living over hiding the sweet on the rug. And try to justify it. Well, you know what they did to me? I had a reason for it. Well, just a moment. You're responsible for your spirit.
Yes, sir.
What should I do to you? Don't ever tell me what happened to you. What should I do to you? For not being like I do with your spirit.
Yes.
God knows your spirit. That's no issue. That's no issue. And that doesn't justify you getting out of the spirit.
Right.
So heating up us malediction on somebody else, that's not his problem.
Amen.
You know what? Brother Hampton, I've had it so many times now through the years, when he comes in, Brother Hampton, I just can't get over that love spirit. I try hard. I just try to go hard with him. I tried this, and that, and I tried to turn my head, and I tried to cover my eyes. Amen. And then I found myself. I covered my eyes, but I opened my fingers for a while and come back. But that same spirit, well, you got the spirit, you got to be satisfied. Let me tell you something, one. If there's a spirit there, you got to satisfy it. It will demand a satisfaction. And you don't have the power to resist. That's why you did it in the first place. That's how you got on the spirit, because you could resist it. And certainly if you get a hold of you, you can't resist it.
That's good.
And they come to stay. How you know? Because he built a residence. The Bible says, go back into his house. He built his house. He's not trying to play around and make you miserable for a moment, to overthrow you a time or two. What? He erects a house. He erects a house. Well, that's what Samson did. He built a house for the woman. Old man. He wasn't planning to do it temporary, just have his fun and send him back home. He built a house. Pharaoh's daughter, if you please. Most reprehensible person on earth. Well, and I'm going to tell you the truth, Santa God. We believe, listen. Well, man, I'm not ready to get saved yet. Well, I tell you what, you just accumulate more work to do when you get saved. You got to deal with all those spirits, what you accumulate when you waited and refuse to get saved. You got to deal with all those spirits. And some people never do it, and they get discouraged. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Well, you could do it, or you could have done it. The thing we do here, so now, I don't want to pig hard. I don't like the fumes, and I like the display at the fair, but I don't want to have this kind of heart. But okay, let me go. And you go and you what happens? Go out by the pig pen, go there it is again. You want to let me tell you something? Laying on of hands. Unless some people get a hand laid on by an anointed minister with power, you will die like that. You will literally get 80 years old or more.
That's right.
I mean, what you see, that don't change your spirit. Coming to church don't change your spirit. There's an application here. There's an application. There's a kind of deliverance here. And even this, Paul said, delivered from this present evil world. You don't just stop doing it. You had to be delivered from it. That they got to grip on you. That's what happened to demons after all those years preaching with Paul. He departed. He went on and living this present world. And after all that time, working with Paul, all that anointing, all that power, all those sermons, Listen, how you know we're called? He Paul sent me down to Laodicea. He went down to Laodicea, working with those people, and ended up a victim himself. And glad we hear from him, he was still out there. We're going to tell you something. We're not just coming here doing 4, 5, 7, 8 times a day. We're working the situation. People want help. Crying, writing letters, writing notes here. But I just can't stop. I'm tired of this. I was talking to a young man, who my sister was years ago. And next door to her son was on dope real bad. And he got sick of himself, sick of his ass. And he was about 18 years old, he was crying, Mama, I want to stop, I want to be free. And she just mourned, bewailed herself because she couldn't help it. And she told my sister, I need some help here. And she see her son there. And now now he doesn't enjoy it anymore. The thing that calls you to your soul comes to a point you won't even enjoy it anymore. The young man laid the bricks on his building. And they took him to an alcoholic. And they took him to the doctor. He said, he doesn't enjoy it anymore. He said, the element that caused him to enjoy it, that's gone. He do it not just because he has to do it, not because he enjoys it. The thing that you like the most, that thing that you can't do without, that you're selling your soul for, one time it will become obnoxious to you. It will become obnoxious. I don't want it.
Lord have mercy.
You follow me? Now, but as I say, now you're driven to do it. Not because you choose to do it, not because you enjoy it, not because it's ecstatic anymore, but I don't want it. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Don't let her come in. Get out of my face. Come on. Nurses, don't let her come in. But you might be like a man in Kalamazoo, I think, Battle Creek. He had a young girl, and he died. That's why he slip up the back step. Let me see it one more time. On the way to hell, one step from hell. But now that spirit drive him to another occasion. We sing a song, I'm so glad I started y'all. I think I'm glad I'm going down in Arkansas where all this mess wasn't. There was enough down there. There was too much. And I never was exposed to that. And then too, I could think about, I had God put a fear in my heart. Now I'm so glad. A lot of things I never enjoyed, or that they say, and all this kind of stuff, I never experienced. A lot of things I could have accomplished, but I don't regret a mile. Amen. God knows I don't. There's nothing that I left that I hate. I left. I'm glad. I'm so glad. God delivered me. I'm so glad. I'm glad. I'm not going, I sure hate to give up this. I hate to give up that. What you mean?
That's right.
That's right.
For you, hate to give up. God saved your soul. And give you eternal life. And a blessing of why you're here. And you sorry that you gave up that old crucified stuff that you had. And that old highness. Amen. That girl that you had that you thought was a queen. You follow me? It's sad. You know what? I see some people backslid. And I said, come down the street. I said, that girl, that fella, that girl backslid. What? He held his head. With the teeth missing in the front. Unkept. Over for us. And you tell that what you gave up Jesus for? You gave up Jesus just for the privilege of expressing yourself where you have to want to say what you want to say and letting that spirit run his gamut. Now one time my brother was saying that but of course it's the life to you. You enjoy it. But in it said, when you look like the rich man in hell, look back and say, Lord, let me go and tell my brothers, don't come here. And look back and say, it is what I gave up my soul for. Now I'm trying to preach against it in hell. But you sold your soul for it, but now you're trying to preach. Go tell my brother, don't mess up. Don't mess up like me, please. I'm tormented this day. You put a dip of water in my tongue. Just a drop of water. I'm going to tell you the truth, say to God, and in the situation, You should have a perfect hatred for everything in the world.
Amen. My God.
Anything, amen, that's worldly, sensual, sin, you should have a hatred for it because it's contrary to God. And you love God more than the world.
Amen.
Praise God. Amen. That's what it's all about, children. Here, what? Deliverance. Praise God. Let me another. Give me Ephesians chapter 4, and the last 3 verses, I believe. Ephesians 4. My God. Ephesians 4. The last 3 verses.
And grieve not the Holy Spirit of God,
Grieve not the Holy Spirit of God.
whereby ye are sealed unto the day of
Father,
redemption.
what?
Whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption.
Sealed unto the day of redemption.
Let all bitterness
What is holy? Let all bitterness, all of it,
and wrath,
for whatever reason, and what?
and wrath,
Come on.
and anger,
Yes.
and clamor,
Wrath and anger and what?
and clamor,
And clamor.
and evil
You
speaking,
need to look up the definition of the word. We don't have time to do this this morning. Go on.
and evil speaking,
We're going.
be put away from you,
Oh, wait a moment. Hold it. Be what?
be put away from you.
Now here, not browsed over, not washed and clean, but put away from you. You know, you heard me tell many times, there was a fancy boxer in the truck way back in the 50s. And he was real fancy. I mean, avoid punches, and all that kind of spin the guy around, all that kind of stuff. But one had one problem. You get him on the rope, but he didn't have no punch to put him away. Sometimes the guy come back and knock him out. But now, there was some who didn't have all that skill and fancy stuff. They got a punch in the hand, they can push you away. Knock him out. Now, there are some people, they're good and fancy and all this kind of stuff, and do a lot of flamboyant religious stuff, but they can't put away those spirits. They can't put away those devastating, disqualifying spirits. They can't put them away. Nothing. I just have to have this and all this kind of thing, you know. I was out there in California. One of the friends of my boys that got saved years ago. And he has some snuff. What you call it? Copenhagen, whatever it is. That is just, he said, well, I said, you can't do that. It's part of it. Come on, part of it. And then, you want to tell you something. You can mess around with these spirits, and so give yourself to them that a life will not be without living, as far as you're concerned, without it. It becomes, you courts it, amen, and you browse it through it, and manicure it, and now it's a part of you. You do it inadvertently. You do it without thinking about it. And you got to break all that. You better, if God moves on your heart, you better get right. You got to deal with that. And that's why you get discouraged. I tried it, and I got this to deal with, I got this. Well, you let it accumulate. You allowed it to accumulate. Well, you could have done it, you didn't do it. Now you don't want to do it because it takes too much. May God help us. God still got the power. Amen. But now, sometimes He'll be so drastic with you. We're in Mark chapter 9:46. You check with me. You're going to touch it. Mark 9. The last verse there. If I write our offend you, move.
And if thy hand offend thee,
if your hand offends you,
cut it off.
do what? Lord,
Cut
that's
it
too
off.
drastic. That's too drastic, Lord. But if it's too drastic, you get out of the way. What you want to do? That was too drastic. Now God says, okay, now it's got such a hold on you, it has so become a part of you, now you got to cut it off. Now you just got to put it on the chopping block and get you a hatchet. That's too drastic. Well, but you live too drastic in the world too. All this kind of mess, burden on homosexuality and everything else. You're all kind of perverted mess. That was too much too.
Yes.
But now when God tells you how you get your deliverance, that's too much. God help us Holy Ghost here. What else to say?
And if thy hand offend thee, cut it off.
Now wait a minute, don't manicure, don't play with it here and just put one finger, cut it off. You got to go all the way with it. You got to be drastic. That attitude, amen, bring you under condemnation, amen, cut it off. Well, how do you do it? Well, you see what he's saying here? In other words, what he said, and toss it away so you can't find it anymore. I'm not playing, so I'm talking with it and put a sign where I flew it. You got to have a mind to be saved. I mean, this situation, I can tell you this for all these years. You got to have a mind. And it's more than physical, it's psychological as well. Of course, I'm minded to do this. I am minded. You got to have a mind. See, if you don't have a mind, you're not going to do it. I was in service, and we had this swimming, if a ship capsized or whatever, you do a abandoned ship, and you have to, they had to go and jump off this tower. Well, I was just out there with them in the pool, practicing and whatnot, but I wanted to show my courage. I didn't have to jump over it, but I'm gonna jump with them. And I said, and so the higher I rise, the deeper that thing goes. And so I just thought, I'm gonna get I'm gonna fit my mind, I don't care. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it. And I sacked myself and everything. I couldn't get a mind to do it. And that's one thing that I did not conquer. And I think about it all the time. I wanted to do it because I wanted it on my record. I jumped off the tower, I dived off or whatever. But I got to keep the mind to do it. And sometimes people got things to give up. And there's some challenges they got to face that I just don't have a mind to do it. Well, what you going to do? You don't have a mind to suffer for eternity. But you got to do it anyway. You going to say, I can't take no more in hell.
Yes,
but you got to take it.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you something. Old priest said that one time, brother. I use it, but when they say things, they go deep to me. What you say, I can't do that, I can't do that. He said, if you go to hell, you're going to have to take it. You don't have no option. You don't have no option. Wait a minute here. I'm going to do it whatever it takes to do it. If it offends me, I'm going to leave it alone. That's it. If it offends me, I'm going to explicate it. God have mercy upon it. And one more verse in the love of God. You go here. Now, children, there's no need of wasting our time dealing with these symptoms. Let's deal with the disease. If it has to be extricated, if it has to be amputated, whatever the case might be, let it go. Let it go.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it might take a drastic action here, a process, but I want to be saved, and if this thing affects me adversely, I'm sorry, it's got to go. I don't got to have no last word, no last loud word. I don't care. I don't do it on it. They take advantage of me, that's up to you. I just sit in and cry with an attitude, a good attitude. Now, this is what's going to live in our hearts. If you want help, help is here. You're not just going to wake up one morning with all the addiction, brother. You're going to seek God. We need God. God don't need us. We need God. And we need to understand that. We're not doing God no favor. God don't need God if all you go to hell. God don't need God anyway. The fact that he still got the door, the fact that he still extends his hand to help you, that he's willing to deliver you, you ought to be happy, whatever you have to do. And not complain in the meantime. Now, if anybody want help today, trying to be saved and couldn't make it, well, amen. God has extended his hand. You tried to get rid of a problem, or a habit, or an attitude, or whatever the case might be, God is here to help you. And he will do it without fail. Amen. But you got to pray, you got the criteria that you must reach. Amen. That you want help, whatever your case might be, God is really standing right there to help you. You see? God not really trying to find a reason to condemn you. He's not finding a reason to criticize you and embarrass you. He want to help you. He want to show mercy. He want to prove how merciful he is. He don't make no game out of it. He don't take it for granted. And if you need help this morning, to whatever extent, next week, it's going to be more expensive. Because there'll be some more things added to it. And next month, and after a while, you just say, it's just too much. I just go and I just go get something. Go there, I just go. You get that attitude. That'll be too bad. Shall we stand? Shall we stand? Now, if you want to help them one, we shouldn't have to preach another